Hello. The Trigonometrical Survey of Great Britain, forerunner of the Ordnance Survey, was established in 1791 by the Master General of the Board of Ordnance, Charles Lennox, Duke of Richmond. Colonel Edward Williams, an artillery officer, and Surveyor William Mudge were appointed to head up the new organisation. Faced with the serious threat of a French invasion, the aim was to produce accurate maps drawn to a scale of 2 inches to 1 mile for the purpose of national defence. Maps drawn by the military for the military. William Roy's 5-mile baseline across Hounslow Heath to Hampton on the River Thames, which we talked about in part 11, was chosen for triangulation purposes. The priority was the coastline of Dorset, Hampshire, Sussex and Kent, where any attempted invasion was thought most likely, followed by the intervening terrain leading to London. The resulting survey would be used to inform defence planning and troop deployment. The chain of signal beacons set up on hilltops in the 16th century to warn of the Spanish Armada and long out of use made ideal trig points, fixed triangulation stations with good all-round vision. The first map, a map of Kent, was published in 1801 at a reduced scale of 1 inch to the mile, a recognisable precursor to modern Ordnance Survey maps. Although the term had been in use internally earlier, it wasn't until 1810 that the name Ordnance Survey was used more widely, appearing on a map of the Isle of Wight and part of Hampshire. The first publicly available county maps engraved on copper plates could be bought either direct from the Board of Ordnance. This was before the move to Southampton, when the board was based in the Tower of London, or from William Faden, a cartographer and publisher of maps with a shop at Charing Cross. At a cost of 3 guineas, they were expensive, roughly the equivalent of 2 weeks' wages for a craftsman at the time. Although most of the counties of England and Wales had been surveyed by 1840, it wasn't until 1870 that a printed Ordnance Survey map of every county was available. From 1829 to 1842, a large section of the surveying team was diverted to work on a large-scale 6 inches to the mile map of Ireland. Large-scale surveys of England and Wales followed at 6 and 25 inches to 1 mile, and even larger scale surveys for selected urban areas, resulting in incredibly detailed maps. From 1887, a colour scheme for 1 inch scale Ordnance Survey maps was introduced. In the Edwardian period, with an increase in leisure time, interest in maps grew considerably. There was a demand from ramblers, from pioneering motorists and cyclists, with bicycles made widely affordable by mass production. During World War I, Ordnance Survey teams were posted overseas, enduring challenging conditions to map battle lines and trenches, producing over the course of the war around 20 million maps, aided in their work by pioneering aerial photography. The establishment of the Ordnance Survey spelled the end for independent commercial surveyors and mapmakers. The chief competitors were Andrew Bryant and Christopher Greenwood. Bryant is an elusive figure about whom we know little. He published 13 elegant county maps to a scale of 1 1/4 or 1 1/2 inches to the mile, beginning with Hertfordshire between 1822 and 1835, and then disappeared from history. This is a detail from his 1 1/2 inch to the mile map of Oxfordshire, published in 1824. Christopher Greenwood, working in partnership with his brother John, was surveying in the same period as Bryant, producing 35 county maps between 1817 and 1831. This is Nottinghamshire, drawn to a scale of 3 inches to a mile, with a picture of Southwell Minster inset, as well as a highly detailed map of London, surveyed between 1824 and 1826 to a scale of 8 inches to a mile. before finding the commercial going too tough. Maps are works of art and snapshots in time that contain a wealth of information. They're an invaluable source for historians and geographers and endlessly fascinating. You can get lost in maps. And that brings us to the end of another series. I hope it's been interesting, and as ever, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons and click on the notification bell to be informed when the next video is available, or you can subscribe by clicking on the rose window over my shoulder.